Drake May gets his second career start. Give me the Jags in this one. I think after last week's loss to the Bears, it was a very embarrassing loss, and they will bounce back this game for sure. Jags win. This one is an easy one. It's the Buffalo Bills. 8.5 feels a little extreme to me, but Bills will win. Titans are a mess. Next. So this is actually my upset of the week. Seattle at Atlanta. I'm a big Atlanta guy. I was a big believer in them in the offseason. I loved what they did, the trades, and their draft. But I think that Seattle wins this one. Seattle's coming off 2 back-to-back bad losses at home. They now go on the road. You would think, well, Elijah, why wouldn't you take Atlanta? They're at home, Kirk Cousins. Well, Seattle is a very fast team on both sides, offense and defense. They're fast. And they're now playing in an indoor stadium where I think that shows. I love Seattle's corners to lock down Atlanta's wide receivers. So, yeah, give me Seattle on this one. I think this is a good bounce-back game for Geno. And I think maybe the Falcons are just getting a little too comfortable this weekend with these past couple of wins. Seattle upsets Falcons. Bengals at Browns. I'm taking the Bengals. But what I don't like is the line at almost a touchdown difference. So look back 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was kind of a divisional week. We had Ravens at Bengals. We learned that divisional games get a little crazy. They get a little unexpected. Okay, it went into overtime. Same week was Cardinals at Niners. Niners were favored by over 7, by more than a touchdown. Cardinals ended up winning by 1. So we know that these individual games with big spreads are stay away from. They're no-goes. So Bengals will win, but it will not be by that much. It'll be a closer game, maybe within a field goal. Dolphins at Colts. This feels like a game where, okay, Anthony Richardson is coming back. It feels like it's going to take some time for him to get his feet kind of under him, get rolling. We saw that with Jordan Love too. Took him a little bit to kind of get back into the groove of things. But I also feel like the Dolphins, without Tua, are so poor, let's say, not probably bottom 5 in the league without Tua, that Anthony Richardson doesn't need an insane game, a standout game, to still beat the Dolphins. So I'm taking the Colts on this one. Since at Packers, I'm taking the Packers on this one. I'm taking the team that doesn't have to travel, team that gets to stay at home. And Jordan Love is rolling. He's missed technically a third of the season and is already second in the league in passing touchdowns. All right, he is rolling. And I think that C.J. Stroud is going to miss Nico Collins this week. So give me the Packers. Game of the week, I think it's going to be an absolute shootout. Lions at Vikings. I'm excited for this one. My girlfriend and I actually have a bet on this one. She's a big Detroit fan for all sports, including Eminem, which is amazing. But I'm taking the Vikings. She's taking the Lions. So for my sake, I hope the Vikings win. I think they will. Kevin O'Connell, off a bye week, is easily a top 3 coach when it comes to game planning. And I think the Aiden Hutchinson injury is going to impact the Lions more than we think. I think for the trade deadline, they need to go get someone like a Max Crosby, a Hassan Reddick, because without Aiden Hutchinson, they are not Super Bowl contenders. They will be playoff contenders, but not Super Bowl. So they need to go and get someone. But Vikings win this. And also Sam Darnold's starting to get some pieces back, like T.J. Hawkinson is back. Jordan Addison is back. So I think we start to see them kind of roll and stay hot. This one feels like an easy one. Raiders at Rams. Sean McVay off a bye. Kupp's coming back. Matthew Stafford slowly getting his pieces back together. Give me the Rams. Blowout. Next question. Eagles at Giants. The Giants have the better coach. That is for sure. But the Eagles have the better roster. And so for that reason, I'm taking the Eagles. I know Malik Neighbors coming back, but the Eagles looked slow. They looked groggy. Even with A.J. Brown coming back, they still barely beat the poor Cleveland Browns. But that will not happen this week. Eagles will win convincingly by more than 10. This is a Super Bowl rematch, okay? Chiefs at Niners. Let me tell you a little something, all right? Andy Reid, off a bye in his career, is 17-3. And in the last 3 matchups these teams faced each other, Chiefs have won all 3. So it feels a little weird that the Chiefs, reigning defending Super Bowl champs the past 2 seasons, are underdogs against a 500 team. That feels a little weird. Last time we saw Chiefs go into San Francisco, they rolled the Niners. I think the Chiefs win this weekend. They will not roll them. They won't be rolling anyone with the offense, all the offensive losses they have. They won't be rolling anyone, but they will beat the Niners this week. Put some respect on the Chiefs, please. Panthers at Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders on this one. Commanders gained a lot of respect, I think, around the whole world after last week's loss to Ravens. It was a great game. It was tight. Jaden Daniels looked great, even in pressured times. The Ravens have made many good teams like the Cowboys. They blew out the Cowboys. They blew out the Bills on a Sunday night game. And the Commanders were neck and neck with them the entire time. So I think they gained a lot of respect. Commanders will win and beat the Panthers. Jets at Steelers. This is a Sunday night game. I think that the spread describes my gut feeling perfectly. It could go either way. It could be close. I think it will be. How much will we see from Davante Adams? I don't know how much. Does he even know the full playbook yet? I don't know. But what I do know is that he opens up the defense for the players around him. Okay, now it'll allow to see more from Allen Lazard. We'll see more from Garrett Wilson. We will see more from Breece Hall. Having Davante on the field now changes the defensive game plans for the opposing teams. They now aren't just focused on singularly Garrett Wilson or Breece Hall. Now they're focused on Davante, and it allows for more from the offense. And obviously, Aaron Rodgers seeks comfort. Well, now he's got his comfort buddy, Davante Adams. So, Jets will win. I have no idea about how much, but they will win. And this one is the second of the two Monday night games, Chargers in Arizona. Now, we've seen both offenses either explode or be a no-show. Chargers coming off a good divisional win against Broncos, and Cardinals coming off a bad blowout loss against Packers. Come on, I mean, it was rough. Whether Marvin Harrison plays or not, I think Kyler has a bounce-back game. I think he targets Michael Wilson a lot. James Conner has himself a game. I think the Cardinals in this standalone game, back at home, back on their turf, Cardinals will win this one and beat the Chargers. All right, let me put this one nice and simple for you. Lamar is 22-1 in his career against NFC teams, and the Bucs have not beat the Ravens since I have been born. Give me the Ravens.